This is English Shorthand Dictation number 95 and the dictation speed is 120 words per minute. Ready? Start. Honorable Chairperson, Sir, I am grateful to you for giving me this opportunity to speak on these important bills regarding agriculture and farmers. The earlier provisions had always hindered the freedom of farmers and traders in choice-based marketing and also discouraged private investment in development of alternative markets as also marketing infrastructure in the agrarian sector. This bill provides a direct link between traders and farmers, which just not only increases farmers' income but also reduces the marketing cost and shortens the supply chain, which helps curb post-harvest losses to farmers. The farmers will also get the freedom to sell their produce to the traders who will be relieved of the license Raj. So the agricultural sector can take one step ahead for making it a corruption-free system. The e-platform will also be encouraged by this system. A dispute resolution mechanism has been set up in case of disputes between the farmers and traders. Most farmers lack access to government procurement facilities such as the APMC markets. So, small rural markets can also emerge as a viable alternative for agricultural marketing if they are provided with adequate infrastructural facilities, which the bill intends to do by attracting private sector. As regards these benefits, you should see that there should be unanimity in the support this bill gets, which is not the case right now. There seems to be some genuine concerns. The entire opposition cannot be blamed on politics. There are some genuine concerns also which the central government should take into consideration, which is what I will stress upon right now. If you look at the legislative competence of the Parliament, this is an issue regarding agriculture which is a state subject and it comes under entry 14 of the list 2. Moreover, the subject concerning markets and fairs is also in the state list, which is under entry 28 of list 2. The provisions of the bill seek to regulate the sale and purchase of agricultural goods, and according to the constitution such a law can only be brought by the state government, as most of the issues are related to the intra-state trade. So the legislative competence has to be looked into if this bill can be enacted by Parliament or not. With regard to the APMC Act, I would like to submit that it is being weakened now. There is a lot of investment, a lot of infrastructure, and a lot of administrative machinery already working for the betterment of this similar setup in the states also. So, how is this going to be integrated with the existing system once the provisions of this bill come into effect? This is something that the central government needs to look into. Apart from this, farmers have other concerns also. They have to go to the banks. They have to go to the commission agents to get loans for sowing crops, etc. Those issues also need to be looked into. The other point that I wish to mention here is that I represent a parliamentary constituency where we have a large fishermen community. In the fish marketing sector, there are a very large number of fisher women who trade at markets by selling fish door to door and also on the roadside. Now they do not have any kind of registration. Even at this time of COVID-19 pandemic, they are facing a lot of trouble in their daily business. So, most fisher women who are not registered without any help from society will not be able to reap the benefits of the provisions of this bill. This sector is also stressed. After unlocking and reopening of the fisheries sector, they are facing a disruptive commodity chain. So I would like to request the central government if they could use the power of Section 5 of the bill to specify rules and allow unregistered traders also to go ahead with their business and give them some time to register themselves. That would be a great help to these traders. On the question of dispute resolution mechanism, I would like to submit that much of it has been delegated to the executive, like the magistrates and district collectors. Now, the courts are not being involved in this. This provision would be a partial solution. Apart from trade-related disputes, farmers will have other legal battles also, which could be land-related battles and others. In these times, it would be better if the government thinks of setting up agricultural tribunals in line with the provision of Article 323 of Constitution of India. Contract farming can lead to monoculture farming, which can also lead to loss of crop diversity, which is a very serious concern. It is because when you sow the same crop, it can be vulnerable and destructive. Pests also can lead to crop diseases. So, the new law must find a way to address the additional risk that contract farmers have to confront by ensuring protection to the farms. The major concern across the parties is the minimum support price. There has been no mention about the minimum support price in any of the three bills, and this is leading to a confusion. The government is saying that there is nothing to fear about the minimum support price. If that is the case, then why do they not make it liable for the private players to ensure that minimum support price is granted to the farmers? If that is included, then much of the ruckus that is being created will be settled. Honorable Chairperson, Sir, I speak today in vehement opposition to the Farmers' Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Bill 2020. Each time I speak in this august house, my honorable colleagues from the BJP tell me in the central hall that I should not be aggressive. I have not been elected by the people of my constituency to keep quiet while this government with its brute majority stamps out cooperative federalism from every single aspect of governance. When I saw the list of business approved for discussion during this truncated session, what stands out is that behind every single new bill or every bill replacing another ordinance is the singular sinister motive of this government to destroy federalism, to undermine the authority of the states and encroach illegally on every subject included in the state list. This bill is particularly dangerous because it seeks to encroach on state autonomy on a sensitive topic like agriculture, which is not only the main source of income for a majority of Indians but also feeds this entire nation. Let me now go into the bill itself and dissect the most important parts. This bill is in direct violation of the federal structure of the Constitution. It squarely puts agriculture, items relating to agricultural land, rents, revenue assessment, and collection on the state list. Once again, this government is doing what it does best, which is arrogating to itself a constitutional authority it is not vested with. The second point is that the bill creates two distinct areas with a single geography. In section 2 of the bill, the definition of trade area includes all other areas excluding the principal market yards and sub yards, which are notified under the state APMC Acts and managed by the regulated market committees and private market yards, private market consumer yards. Now there is going to be two areas.